What if that thing that you've been struggling with in your own kitchen remodel project wasn't something that you struggle with alone? Well, today we're going to tackle 3 of my viewers' real life kitchen design dilemmas that they've been struggling with. And I'm sharing this with you because you might be also struggling with these exact same kitchen design issues. My name's Carrie. I'm a self-taught designer and also founder of the blog Penny Modern. And today I'm going to be solving 3 of my viewers' kitchen design dilemmas, and I'm hoping it'll help you out too. We're covering everything from what type of cabinets to install, and also we're going to be covering a debate on ready to assemble versus custom or semi-custom cabinets. And then we're also going to be showing you how you can pick the perfect kitchen cabinet color for your kitchen. And make sure you stay around till the end because I'm going to show you the #1 mistake that I see a lot of people make when they start their kitchen design project, so don't miss that. Let's get right into it with my first viewer's design dilemma, and that is going to be about the type of kitchen cabinets to pick. This first kitchen design dilemma comes from Sandra, and she is asking me about the glass door fronts that she wants to put in her kitchen cabinet in terms of her design plan. So she says, "Can you please help? I'm deciding between making all upper cabinets with glass door fronts that's shown in the first photo or just plain cabinets in the second photo. What do you think about the glass openings on each side of the hood? Is it too much or should I just do solid cabinets? Appreciate your thoughts. It's driving me crazy." So this might be something that you're struggling with, is what type of different cabinet fronts you should put. Should you put glass? Should you do open shelving? Should you have a spice rack? There's a lot of decisions to make when it comes to kitchen design. Here's what I told her. So we have the top picture here, which has the glass cabinet fronts on, and there's 4 of them, 2 on either side of the hood. And then the bottom picture is she wants to doing glass door fronts along the entire row up at the top, as well as a couple closer to the hood. Here's what I told her. I said, look, I don't really love having all that glass right next to the hood. And here's why. Because people cook and they don't always turn on the hood. And so you're going to get grease and crud up there and it's going to look gross on your glass cabinets. And I can just imagine it getting gunky. We painted our kitchen cabinets recently and there was so much dried grease and junk above the hood that it was disgusting. I don't think having glass right next to it is a really great idea. The other thing I don't love about having a ton of glass, although these are in the very upper cabinets, meaning there's not that much storage you could put up there anyway, because it's going to be hard to access. What I would prefer, so I have a smaller kitchen because I live in California, and the thing that I would rather have is solid door fronts so I can use it for storage. I told her, if you live in a place and you have a really big kitchen, then go for it with the glass on top, but you're only really going to be able to put decorative stuff up there. It's going to limit how much you can use. You got to put a beautiful pitcher or maybe a serving bowl or something more decorative. So that is my only caution about using all those glass, but I think it is a great idea if you have plenty of storage in your kitchen, you're not really worried about where you're going to store all your stuff. Next up, we have a question from Terry, and he has a ready to assemble RTA cabinet question. Ready to assemble cabinets are basically cabinets where they ship them to you flat. And you can buy a lot of these online from the RTA cabinet store or various websites like that. And also IKEA basically has ready to assemble cabinets because they send you a flat pack cabinet that you then have to assemble yourself. And this is from Terry. He says, "I've enjoyed watching your videos. We're in the early planning, remodeling our kitchen, having trouble deciding what type of cabinets to go with. For the first time, we've been exposed to RTA cabinets and finding there are several manufacturers. Many have soft close hinges, guide rails on the bottom, or guide rails on the side. Do you have a suggestion as the correct RTA supplier to go with, or should we look toward a more custom supplier?" Here is what I told Terry. Here is my take on the RTA cabinets. IKEA actually has ready to assemble cabinets, and my friends used some of these in their kitchen, and they did a to the studs remodel. They really liked the quality and they thought the style was really cute. They had a craftsman style home in North Park of San Diego that had all this character and charm to it. And they actually got some IKEA cabinets that did go with the home very well. They did say their contractor did not love the IKEA cabinets. They said that they were not standard and they were difficult to install. Now, I have heard from other contractors, a lot of them have said that same thing, that IKEA cabinets are not standard, whatever that means, and they can be a little difficult to install. But I think if you get somebody that really knows what they're doing, they're going to be able to figure it out. And then once you've installed IKEA cabinets once, you probably can do it over again. Now, I also have used Lowe's pre-assembled cabinets. So these were just stock cabinets that you buy off the floor at Lowe's. We actually use those for a laundry room application. I was very happy with them. They were just a white shaker. I thought the quality was fine, but we only used a few of them for our laundry room. We did notice maybe that doing a whole kitchen in them might not be ideal. Maybe some of them were a little bit off here and there. What I do like about Lowe's is if you do get a cabinet that's kind of wonky, you can always just take it right back to Lowe's and exchange it for a different one, and they'll order in a new one and they literally could probably get it in a day or two. What I like about Lowe's is it's fast and easy to return. The other thing is I basically use what is called prefab cabinets that are basically ready to assemble that we bought through a local kitchen cabinet wholesaler. Now, they also did the assembly and the installation for me, and it was a set price for every cabinet. And you can just Google wholesale kitchen cabinets in whatever your city is and look for somebody that does that. And a lot of times they will offer that additional service. And these are probably kitchen cabinets from China or somewhere overseas that they receive in, and they're that flat pack, and they will sell them to you and ship them to you. And they will also do the assembly and the installation. You probably could also just buy them or have your contractor buy them directly from them. I had a really good experience with that because they have a ton of different sizes to choose from. And it's basically, there's so many different sizes, meaning the height as well as the width, that it becomes almost a semi-custom kitchen, but you're buying ready to assemble, ready-made cabinets that aren't custom made just for your kitchen. The other thing that you can do is order online from these ready to assemble RTA cabinet retailers that are online. What you want to do is make sure you read the warranty, you make sure you read that return policy, because there's probably some kind of shipping fee or restock fee if you need to return anything. You also definitely want to get a sample of maybe one whole cabinet or maybe just one door at least, to be able to look and feel and assess it. You also want to try to look for those reviews and objective reviews that are not necessarily from their website, and make sure you price shop different companies and price out your kitchen. And I would personally wait for different holidays to see if they do discounts for different holidays and price shop the different ones. And then make sure you really understand what the RTA cabinets are made of. If it's a real wood, just a real wood door, a real wood box, particle board, MDF, whatever, and understand what kind of wood it is. And that will help you understand the quality as well. Have you ever tried RTA cabinets? And maybe you could give some insights to the community here down in the comments below. What company did you use? What was your experience like? Or maybe do you know anybody that's used RTA cabinets? Let us know down in the comments and you'll help everybody out. Next, we have Lisa, who emailed me asking to help her with her kitchen cabinet colors. And I am going to show you guys now how you can pick the perfect kitchen cabinet color for your kitchen. But first, if you're watching this because you're going to plan your own kitchen remodel, I've got a great free resource for you. It's a kitchen budget worksheet, and it has pretty much every line item lined out on it of what you might need to spend money on for your kitchen remodel or kitchen renovation or even just a makeover. And you can basically use it to fill out what all the different costs are going to be. It's going to help you understand what your project's going to cost. And it'll also help you plan your project and make sure that you can fit everything into your budget. And it'll help you understand what your budget's going to be. Download your copy today for free at pennymodern.com. And that link is down in the description. Okay, now we are on to our kitchen cabinet color dilemma. So this is from Lisa, and she emails me and says, our kitchen cabinets need to be repainted. We have the original pine window trim and original hardwood floors with a dark countertop. Should we stick to the white that we painted them 6 years ago, or should we try to paint a new color? Thank you for any ideas, Lisa. I think this is a very common kitchen design dilemma. And I actually went through the same thing when I recently painted my cabinets. You're thinking, hey, I want to do a little makeover on my kitchen. I want to make it look fresh and new, or the kitchen cabinets are looking beat up. You don't want to rip everything out. You want to put on a new coat of paint, but what color should you pick? Here's how I advise you to go about painting your kitchen cabinets and figuring out the color. The first thing we do is look at what do we want to keep and what do we want to change here. Here is a picture of her kitchen. They're currently white. Looks like she has black countertops. And then she has a kind of a darker wood, hardwood floor that has a lot of red in it. And then she has the honey oak trim around her doorway and the windows. And then she has some neutral wall paint, which maybe she might be open to painting that. We have to think about what is going to go with that setup, right? So if you don't want to paint your floors and you don't want to paint your trim, maybe just paint your cabinets. Let's think about the undertones here. If you're keeping the flooring and the trim, I'm seeing yellow, red, beige, and brown, right? Those are the colors that we have to work with. Those are warmer colors. And then the white is a very bright white and a very cool white as well. So one thing that just came to mind right away was, hey, you probably want to pick something that has some of those undertones of the wood if you're going to keep it in that shade. First, I went to Pinterest to get some inspiration. This is something that I'm sure everybody here does. You look for inspiration on what you want your kitchen to look like. Since I knew she was going to keep the black countertops, I just put in a keyword search into Pinterest of kitchen with black countertops. And then here were some of the more interesting designs that I found that I really liked that had some of that warm wood tones to it. And so we have a kind of a beige, we have an off-white, we have a kind of a putty color, then we have the green. So we have a sage green and we have a darker green. I think those all look really good with the black cabinets. There were also a lot of white and off-white or cream kitchens that came up with the black countertops, but I was thinking that she was looking for me to advise her on some different colors to try, not just keeping the same white ones, right? So sometimes you just want to change. I sent Lisa some of these pictures and I said, hey, these are some of the colors I was thinking. What do you think? And then I also decided I wanted to help her out even more by helping her try out these colors in her kitchen before committing to painting them. So here is how I did it. To really see what Lisa's kitchen would look like in a different color, I decided to use AI to help us visualize Lisa's kitchen with some new cabinet colors. And I think having a visual example of what your kitchen is going to look like in those new colors is really beneficial in helping you decide, because there's nothing like using Pinterest photos. It's not your kitchen, right? It doesn't have the same things that your kitchen does. So using an actual image that has your kitchen in it is most valuable. So we have the original kitchen. It was in the bright white. And then I tried a creamy white, which is supposedly a alabaster from Sherwin-Williams. And then I tried a taupe, which is a beigey color. And then I tried the green. So I used ChatGPT to do this. I have a paid subscription to it. I don't know if it's available in the free version or not. I will put the prompt that I used down in the comments below. And I basically told it to paint the kitchen cabinets and leave everything else the same. And I gave it a color to use. It was pretty simple. What do you guys think? Do you think that she should do the creamy white, the taupe, or the green? I really like the taupe, like a beige color, the best. And I think it goes a little bit better with the darker flooring and the trim. And my recommendation would actually most likely be to paint the trim, which I know probably I'm going to get a lot of hate from people on painting real wood trim, because who even has real wood trim anymore? But I just think that if you really want that updated, more fresh and modern look, to have the trim the same color as the wall color would be beneficial. And I'd probably do a beigey white on the wall, not the same color as the cabinet, the taupe cabinet, a little bit lighter, but I am going to lean towards maybe a very light beige or a very beigey white in terms of getting that wall color and the trim and everything to all be in that light beige color. Now, I think that Lisa had some different opinion. She was more interested in maybe just doing a creamy white, which I do agree with, that's going to keep your kitchen looking bright and white, and it's gonna go better with the undertones. The thing is, with those creamy whites, you definitely need to make sure you're getting undertone that is going to go well with your flooring, which has a red undertone. And then we also have the trim, which has that yellow undertone. So again, that's why I would probably paint the trim, keep the flooring, then you're just dealing with the one red undertone and getting some kind of a creamy white that is going to be a warmer undertone, not a cool undertone. The other thing that I definitely would recommend would be to remove all of the items that are on top of the cabinets, because it really just draws your eye up in a jarring way. And if you had the cabinet color, that light color, and then keep the wall color as light color, it's going to visually make the room look a lot taller if you don't have any of those objects up there to make it look more cluttered and interrupted. That would be my recommendation. Maybe the creamy white, maybe the taupe. The green, not so much. I didn't really like that. And I think that is probably because those green undertones are going to be cooler than the warmth that you get from the trim and the flooring. And that's why it doesn't look as good. And so definitely I like the taupe. I like the creamy white. What do you guys think Lisa should do? Should she do the creamy white? Should she do the taupe? Let us know down in the comments. And also, if you have a different color that you think would be better in this kitchen, let me know. I would love to hear it. Oh, and I wanted to give you guys that one mistake that I think a lot of people make before they do their kitchen remodel project. And that is not doing that visualization of the actual kitchen of what it's going to look like. So I think a lot of people will pick Pinterest pictures or find their inspiration pictures, but it doesn't actually have many or any of the elements of their own kitchen. And I think you really need to put together a mood board or use AI or something to actually use elements of your own kitchen that you're going to keep, whether that's the flooring or it's the wall color, or maybe there's some kind of fixed elements in there, some doors in there that you're going to keep that color or that finish, or maybe it's a faucet. Actually having your kitchen, and maybe it's a mood board. You put a picture of your flooring down and then you put the different cabinets. So I think you really need to have that visual picture of your kitchen and the things that you're going to change in your kitchen and the things that you're going to keep in that picture to make sure it all looks really good together. Because otherwise, if you don't do that and you buy all this stuff and then you install it and it doesn't go with some of the elements that you're keeping, you're going to be regretting that big time. And I'd really love to know, what do you guys think about this video style where I'm answering viewers' questions and helping out in their design dilemmas? Do you like this video? If you do, give it a thumbs up. If you want me to help you with some of your design dilemmas, I'd be happy to do that. I'm going to put a form down in the description below if you want to submit your own kitchen design dilemma to me that I might answer in another video. That form is going to be down in the description. And if you need even more design inspiration and design tips for your kitchen remodel, make sure you watch this next video right here, and I'll see you in that next video.